Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And a very happy early fall September day here in beautiful Salem, Oregon, as we have arrived to what many thought would never happen, as the last 2 years has caused so much uncertainty, as a virus and a pandemic that has caused so much confusion at the local, national, as well as globally, with so many changes and so much patience, and we have finally here arrived tonight. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live broadcast brought to you in part by Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local schools and our district. As we're here tonight at McNary High School in Fletcher Field, as the South Medford Panthers have made their way up I-5, and head coach Bill Singler in his 24th season brings in his squad that last year finished 4-1. And tonight the broadcast powered to you by Cisco Cellular of Southern Oregon, as the Panthers have made their way north, as the Celtics welcome them in here to McNary High School. I'm Brian Gregg, and to my partner to my left over here, the man behind the lens, the wizard, the Sherpa, the guy that's always here with me, Luther Carl. And we couldn't be more excited to have you guys be a part of this broadcast here tonight. Joe Brett, executive producer for tonight's event. And also, fans want to remind you these broadcasts would not be possible without the wonderful Spartan that have stepped up to commit their dollars financially in a time that has been challenging for everyone. But they want to continue to make these broadcasts complimentary for you. If you hadn't have a chance, make sure you go to YouTube channel where you search Table Rock Sports, and you can click on the red subscribe button. And thank you to you who already have, and we're excited as the Panthers of South Medford coming up for their opening football game, as Jeff Ovenden in his 7th season for McNary welcomes in the Panthers. Glad you decided to spend your Friday night here with us. We're glad to bring you all the action right here on Table Rock Sports. We're going to take our first break, but when we come back, Luther and I are going to provide our thoughts here, and we're going to kick this one off as we're live here at McNary High School. Don't go anywhere.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back to Fletcher Field here on the beautiful campus of McNary High School, just about 4 miles off the exit. A high school that was built in 1965, steeped in tradition of success, as they have themselves 2 state championships in 1997, as well as in 2001, where they took down the Irish of Eugene. So a school no stranger to the playoffs and no stranger to state championships as well. And both teams have their tests tonight As many had thought that last year had to play pretty much a mock season, no sanction type of championship. But now the OSAA says that part of the chapter has now been closed. We're looking forward, and we couldn't be more excited here. As Luther Carl to my left, Brian Gregg here on the call as we're here in the Bills Glasses Coaches Corner. Bills Glass is the clear choice in Southern Oregon for almost 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. And I'd be remiss if I didn't let my man in here to the broadcast. Luther, great to have you back here, brother. Great to have you back on the headset. You've obviously been around the game. You've been around sports for a lot of years. Certainly there's a anticipation to know that now all of a sudden the games count. They go into the record books. Do you think these young men have a little more moxie behind them because they got to see some of their former classmates before them didn't get this chance? Do you think that's something that they think about coming in tonight?
Yeah, Brian, thanks for having me. Thanks for Joe and Table Rock Sports for having me tonight. Definitely there's that anticipation. The guys got to see people who didn't get the opportunity. So I think once you see people lose the opportunity, you just take it a little bit more for granted there. So you can tell these guys are fired up. We got the band out here tonight for McNary, so we're ready for some football.
So the Celtics come in here last season, finished the year 3-3, as head coach Jeff Avenin in his 7th year, as they are looking to get back to that state playoffs that a lot of people have become accustomed to for this wonderful community in this town of McNary High School. So as both teams make their way onto the field, we'll take one more timeout. But when we come back, we will kick this one off as we're here in the pregame show, in the Bills Glasses pregame show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first-name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do, and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
And welcome back here to McNary High School as we are about to get this one underway. Luther Carl, Brian Gregg here on the call, as we couldn't be more excited to bring you live action right here on Table Rock Sports Production and for the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Sixto Skellier of Southern Oregon. As McNary in their traditional blues with white trim, and the Panthers in their road uniform, white tops, black bottoms, and black lids, and that one will go out of the back of the end zone, and that is where the Panthers will start this one tonight.
Yeah, Brian, I'm eager to see if they light up that John L. Scott scoreboard tonight, or if we have a defensive battle on our hands.
Well, anytime you haven't you've been hitting the same person over and over, for the last few weeks here with doubles, all of a sudden you get to hit somebody else. You've been hitting your classmates for the last few weeks here. Now all of a sudden you get to hit a different colored jersey. So certainly there's a little more pep in the step, I guess would probably be the correct word to say it. So quarterback, Deacon Edgar, 5'11 junior, is the young man who has been tapped to lead this Bill Singler offense. As Deacon will send two to the top. And first play of the game, swing pass. And this one is complete. Yeah, he found his running back coming out of the backfield, Carson Joe.
Tackle made by Jake Patton.
As Carson Joe gets on the board first, 2nd down and 4 for South Medford. As South Medford returns 11 seniors, so certainly a young squad, but they're led by Some firepower, some speedsters on the outside. On 2nd and 4. Low snap. And this time they'll give it to Colton Samus. And he will lose a couple yards.
Number 5, Samus on the carry. Tackle made by number 15, Tyler Copeland. Loss of 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down, 9 yards to go.
As they will lose about 3 yards on that one. So first 3rd down of the game. As first time in 2 years we've had fans in the stands. We've had the marching band. We got the cheerleaders here. You can smell the popcorn. I had a hot dog before the game. I'm fired up. On 3rd down, first 3rd down of the season. And this one is complete. And we completed to Adam Walker. So Adam Walker picking up 9 yards.
It looks like they're digging into the bag of tricks early. A little kind of fly sweep there, a couple of passes.
Just a simple throw and catch, not much that is required. But good discipline route running. So first down of the game. And we're going to have our first penalty of the game.
Penalty flags are down. Procedure penalty against the Panthers will cost them 5 yards. Still first down.
And a legal procedure there on the Panthers, so that'll back them up 5. You know, it's crazy, Luther, when you been hitting the same person for the last few weeks here, and all of a sudden you're in kind of game mode, sometimes you can get Novocaine brain a little bit. You know, it just kind of things can change a little bit. On 1st and 15, and that big McNary defensive line not being fooled by the read option. As this time, Bryson Gunches was the young man in the backfield.
Second down, about 20 yards to go.
And he will lose about 6. So 2nd down and 20 here for South Medford. And Bill Singler in his 24th season.
We got to think a little nerves are going on out there. A few butterflies, I'm sure.
On 2nd down, looking for the bubble screen.
Walker.
And the defense was there.
Tackle made by Montoya. 3rd down.
And that'll bring up a 3rd down and about 19. On 3rd down, give it inside, Bryson Gunches. This time it'll be Carson Joe. And Carson Joe with his 2nd carry of the night. And he will pick up about 4 yards. And so that will bring up the first punting scenario here tonight for the Panthers. And a pretty good stand there for McNary. Certainly the read option didn't really fool him a whole lot. So the Panthers tucked deep in their own territory. And a great punt there by Colton. And this one will be fielded by Gunner. And penalty flag will fly, and he'll be taken down at the 34-yard line.
Penalty flags on the play.
Well, I've noticed early, Brian, that South Medford is going to the traditional huddle-up offense where you see so many work out of the spread these days. So we'll see how that affects them.
That is such a good point. It's something you really don't see all that often, especially to your point with the hurry up and calling the plays at the line of scrimmage, waiting for the offensive coordinator up in the box and the play down. The young men on the sideline sending the play in. So a penalty flag I believe it was a block in the back, which I am no expert, but I definitely know in the rule book that is not allowed. So McNary will take over at their own 25-yard line as Tyler Copeland, the 6'3", 200-pound senior, is the flamethrower for the Celtics. As last year, McNary finished 3-3 on the year, looking to make it a little bit better this year. First play of the season, swing pass, far side, complete, down the sideline. Gunnar Smemeda still got some running room to the 30. He might score. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Celtics. First play of the season, swing pass to the house. Gunnar Smemeda, the 5'9" senior, takes it all the way down. Touchdown Celtics.
Well, that's a way to get it started with your offense. First possession, first play.
Wow. That is the way that you want to start your season. One play, 75 yards.
Ready to attempt the point after.
Looking to make it 7. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, looks good. And it is good. So the Celtics, first play of the 2021 season, they get on the board. 7-0 is your score. Don't go anywhere.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. The Celtics' first play of the season results in 6 points. As the no perfect name, Gunnar Smedma, the 5'9" senior, scampers all the way down the left-hand side, makes a cut to the middle, and he was off to the races. And this fan base was pretty fired up, and they have all the reason to be fired up here. Anytime you have that type of start to a football game, Luther, you got to feel pretty good if you're McNary.
Yeah, after the penalty, backed him up a little bit. They definitely took advantage of the sweep play there on the end. One little move there, and he took it to the house.
So on the John L. Scott scoreboard, McNary on top by 7. 8:02 here left in the first. Luther Carl, Brian Gregg here. As the Panthers looking to match. And Deacon Edgar looking for Andrew Walker down the middle. And that one is incomplete. So looking to respond with something coming back the other way. But quite a few blue lids on that one there to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Well, Ryan, I was impressed by both of these quarterbacks. I've seen them in the pregame throwing 40, 50 yards pretty much at ease, it looked like.
Fans want to remind you Table Rock Sports is excited to welcome the Thomason Hospitality Group of Grants Pass and Tap Rock Northwest Grill as a new sponsor. You can also enjoy Thomason Hospitality at Elmer's Pita Pit Human Bean locations throughout Southern Oregon. Thank you to them. And on 2nd down, pass is complete to Ty Henry, and he gets on the board first for the first time tonight.
34-yard line for a Panther first down.
And that'll be another first down for the Panthers. So longest play of the game coming up on 2nd down to bring up a nice first down. Deacon Edgar, 4 for 5 tonight, as the Panthers are looking to match. 7:49, 7-0 is the score that shows on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And handoff inside as Carson Joe will pick up about 4.
Carson Joe, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 52, Isaac Scroggins.
As Isaac Scroggins, the middle linebacker for McNary, coming up to make that play.
Yeah, we'll see how South Medford rebounds from that big play there. Sometimes early off in a game it can set the tempo. So we'll see how they react to that.
On second down, as Edgar looking, ball is caught as Andrew Walker picks up the big first down. So Deacon Edgar doing a great job standing back there in the puck. And they pick up 26 yards.
Yeah, the offensive line is giving a little bit of time to get that deep ball throwing.
Credit Deacon there. He had some pressure, stepped up, knew he was going to take a shot, and he took a shot right there in the chest. And the great throw and catch there. As Andrew Walker, 6'1", 175-pound junior. On first down, swing pass, near side. As Bryson Gunches is wrapped up by quite a few blue lids. And they will lose about 3 yards.
Timeout on the field.
And a timeout on the field. We'll join them. John L. Salt scoreboard, 7-0, Celtics on top. We'll be back.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to Fletcher Field here on the campus of McNary High School in beautiful Salem, Kaiser, Oregon. About a half mile away from the old Salem Volcano baseball team that is no more, but certainly they had a nice little run there right off the exit. Deacon on second down, and this one is caught as Carson Joe, the big man, picking up about 11 yards. And Carson Joe getting into the action here on a 3rd down and 5. So the Panthers putting together a nice little drive here. Didn't let the opening play cause them many issues. They've responded quite nicely, Luther. And Deacon Edgar looking like a surgeon out there, just making things happen.
Yeah, you like to see the poise he has out there. He's slinging that ball around, left, right, deep, short. So we'll see how they see if they can put it in the end zone here.
Big 3rd down, and this one is incomplete. As Colton Samus was the intended receiver. So that brings up a 4th down scenario here for head coach Bill Singler. And I anticipate you're in what they like to call no man's land, Luther. I don't know if you got the kicker to do it or you got a 4th and 5. You can always punt it as well. And South Medford is going to take a timeout, and we will stay right here. Fans, want to remind you, fall sports league and activities for the entire family are coming your way from the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Watch your mailbox or visit playmedford.com for the fall activities guide. And we'll have more information in the Medford Parks Rec. Go to their website, playmedford.com. So on the John L. Scott scoreboard, Celtics opening play of the night. They take it 75 yards to get on the board first. But the Panthers have done an excellent job responding as they find themselves in a 4th down and 5 scenario. And we'll find out what Bill Singler wants to do here. Fans also want to remind you, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Sherm's Thunderbirds, Food for Less, Vista Utilities, and Travel Medford as the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Live streams don't happen without our sponsors. So, again, thank you to all of them to bring you all the action as we stream right here on YouTube and Table Rock Sports Production. So the first 4th down scenario for either team as Deacon Edgar looking, stops, throws, caught. Great throw and catch. Colton Samus. Great concentration for the young man, and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, Brown, that's a big 4th down conversion. Like you said, they were in no man's land, so they could have punted it, played the field position game, but it looks like they're going to leave their offense out there and try to tie this thing up.
So the Panthers with a great drive here, starting out on their own 25-yard line, and have carved themselves, put themselves in a scoring position on 1st down. Edgar rolls out, got pressure, throws it up, and this one will be incomplete. And a good heads-up play there by Mr. Edgar. As Isaac Scroggins again coming up from his linebacker position, causing Mr. Edgar to have to release that one a little earlier than he had wanted to. So the Panthers in the red zone for the first time tonight. As the Panthers, assuming that the Mother Nature will cooperate next week, will welcome the Lava Bears of Bend back home next Friday night. On 2nd down, Edgar looking, got a man, incomplete.
Fastball's incomplete.
As he was looking for his receiver, Andrew Walker. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. So 3rd down and 10, 4:23 is what shows on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As Deacon Edgar got a man, corner of the end zone. And again, intended for Walker. And another 4th down situation here. So on the prior series, they picked up the big 4th down and 5, and now they're staring down the barrel once again at another 4th down scenario. And Luther, if I'm head coach Bill Singler here, I think you got to go to your man on the edges, Andrew Walker.
Yeah, he's come up with some big receptions. We'll see. They can still get a 1st down here as well before they make the 1st and goal here.
And a penalty flag.
Sideline warning.
And a sideline warning there on the Panthers.
Yeah, it looks like it was just a warning, no loss of yardage there.
So on 4th down and 10, 4:19 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Deacon looking, corner of the end zone, got a man. And this one is incomplete as he was looking for Colton Samus on that one. And the Celtics hold, and they will take over at their own 15-yard line. So the Panthers had an opportunity. They had a couple of them on that drive there, Luther, but just couldn't convert and just couldn't quite get the ball anywhere closer to the end zone once they got there to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was a nice drive to try to counter what McNary had done. But we'll see if the defense can hold them. They got pretty good field position right here, if nothing else.
So the Panthers certainly would like to add some points to the scoreboard. But this is where you certainly got to call on your defense to try to force a 3 and out. Give your team an opportunity with some good field position. And the Celtics have had one play, 75 yards, touchdown. Inside zone read. And this time it'll go to Dakota Dunnigan. And Dakota
Dunnigan, the ball carrier.
Picks up about 3 yards.
Bringing up second down.
3:52, 7-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Fans, want to remind you, thank you to our sponsors, including our title sponsor, the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Superstore on Highway 62. And presenting Cisco Cellular with 7 Southern Oregon locations near you. And they give it right back to Dakota Dunnigan. And he will pick up about 5 yards.
About a 6-yard gain. We'll bring up third down, 1 yard.
And that'll bring a 3rd down and 1. So a great opportunity for the Panthers to get the ball back in their own territory. If they can hold him here, 3 receivers at the bottom. And we are going to have an offsides called on the Panthers, and so that'll be an automatic 1st down. So Bill Singler had his team right there to try to get the ball back, but simple penalties like that. And it was certainly not an ideal penalty, as that'll be a 1st down for the Celtics. Tyler Copeland looking. Paul caught.
Pass is complete to Eicher. Tackle made by Rodriguez.
As Zane Eicher.
4-yard gain, bringing up second down, 6 yards to go.
The 4-yard catch, has his first catch of the night. As we hit the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. On 2nd down, throw, catch, caught, complete. Zane Eicher once again. And the young man picks up the 1st down. And that'll move the chains once again. I'm pretty impressed with Tyler Copeland. His presence in the pocket, allowing the play to develop, has certainly been obvious to me, Luther, that he doesn't rush anything, but also his receivers are running really nice, clean routes to give him a chance to throw the ball in there.
Yeah, definitely some nice timing routes. They've been working on that, obviously.
Down again, the ball carrier. Hernandez making the tackle.
On 2nd down, on 1st down.
2nd down, 4 yards to go.
Second down and 4 here for the Celtics. And this one is complete. And that'll be enough for the 1st down.
Tripped up by Valdez.
As Aaron Montoya picks up the 1st down. And he has his first catch of tonight's game as we hit the 52nd mark here. as McNary out to the early lead.
Yeah, Brian, McNary putting together a nice drive themselves. Let's see if they can capitalize or if South Medford can get a turnover or something here.
On first down, drops back, a lot of time looking. And this one is incomplete as he had Zane Eicher right there, but just couldn't haul that one in. And that'll bring up a second down and 10.
Johnson defending on the play. Second down 10.
Pretty good crowd here tonight at McNary High School. And might have been some pent-up demand as they've haven't been able to attend a high school game in a few years. Inside zone read, and the Panthers are right there, not to be fooled. And Dakota Dunnigan will lose about 3 yards as the linebacker in the middle coming up to make the play, Carson Joe.
Well, here we are again, Brian, another big third down. See if South Medford can come up with a stop here, and the Panthers can regain the ball at the end of the first here.
At the end of the first quarter, McNary on top, 7-0, as we will switch sides. As McNary looking at a big third down here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone. Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to Fletcher Field here on the beautiful campus of McNary High School. Luther Carl, Brian Gregg here on the call. Glad you've decided to spend your Friday night with us on this wonderful 3-day weekend, Labor Day weekend. Now feeling like kind of summer is wrapping up here, Luther. As a third down scenario here, and I anticipate this was an offsides once again on the Panthers. And that will be the call once again.
Yeah, a couple of penalties here by the Panthers. Shooting themselves in the foot a few times on that last third down. Gave them the automatic fourth down. Now it gets them closer to that first down on this third down.
Third down and 7.
And on third down and 7, Copeland dropping, looking, this one complete. First down and more, Zane Eicher hauling that one down.
To about the 23 for a Celtic first down.
And Zane Eicher picking up 22 yards. And the Celtics knocking on the door once again.
First and 10, McNary.
Once again, Brian, he's getting a lot of time to throw back there. You got to compliment those offensive linemen up there who are laying some hats out there.
Copeland sends 2 to the top, 2 to the bottom. Given inside zone read, Hunter Roberto. And Hunter will pick up 5 yards. First carry of the night for that young man.
Number 2, Hunter Roberto. The ball carrier.
And that'll bring up a second down in 5. They really do like that inside zone read, Luther. I mean, that's obviously what they teach now, reading the tackle in the ends to see if they come up field, reading the linebackers as well.
Yeah, a little RPO there.
3 to the bottom, 1 to the top. And another offsides for South Medford. That's their third offside penalty here tonight. And certainly, if you know head coach Bill Singler, there's one thing he does not like, and that's penalties. His team is typically a very disciplined type of football team. But right now, that is not.
After the penalty.
We'll definitely have something to talk about at halftime in the locker room, I'm sure.
That one might get brought up. So McNary knocking on the door. Screen pass, caught. And Jesse Dyer is the young man that completed. Picks up about a yard.
9 yards to go.
And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. .10:04 here to go in the second. Here on the John L. Scott scoreboard, 7-0. Luther Carl, Brian Gregg here. And we got a good one as the sun starts to make its way down, starting to feel more like a Friday night early in the season football game. On 2nd down, swing pass, caught. Gunner, Medford breaks one tackle into the end zone. Touchdown, Gunner. And Gunner, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards for that young man. And boy, once he got to the edge on that one, he found a seam and he found his way into the end zone. So Gunner certainly making his mark known, and what a perfect name for a receiver that's on the outside edges. And that'll make 13 points for the Celtics.
Yeah, Brian, they're getting a lot of people in the action there. They've thrown several passes to several different people. Several people rushed the ball, so it's hard to key in on just one guy, but I would definitely try to focus on that young man.
And looking to make it a 14-0. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, looks good, and it is good. So 2 catches for Gunner, 2 touchdowns, and we have our 14th point of the night. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back. McNary wasting no time, getting points on the board. South Medford looking to respond. Got a seam. Bryson Gutches down the sideline. And he will take it all the way down to the McNary 44-yard line. So a great return. As Bryson Gutches saying, hold on 1 second, Gunner. Anything you can do, I can do better. And that maybe is the spark that Bill Singler and his team needed there. And they will start at the McNary 44-yard line. But boy, what do you got to say about Gunner? Boy, the guy gets to the edges, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, he finds pay dirt. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
And also, Brian, you see a lot of these boys playing both ways, so we have to see how the conditioning will fare in this game.
As Edker in the gun, drops back, looking, throwing the ball way downfield, got a man, and this one will be intercepted by Gunner. Gunner down the sideline, looking for a block, And he will be pushed out of bounds. So a name that we have said a couple times. And the Celtics are going to get the ball back. As Edgar looking for his man, but Gunner making a very athletic play there on that one, catching it over his shoulder. And that is the first turnover of the game for South Medford.
Yeah, unfortunately coming off that big special teams play there.
It's unfortunate because that is something that you'd like to capitalize on, but unfortunately ended up in the wrong hands. 9-14, 14-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Copeland drops back, looking, and this one is incomplete. As he's looking for Braden Copeland. What do you bet Braden Copeland and Tyler Copeland are related?
Yeah, there's a strong chance of that.
You know, I don't know, but there might be a relation there. Panthers love to get a stop here. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Copeland now with pressure. And complete to Zane Aker. And Zane will pick up about 5.
He's down near the 45.
And another third down scenario here for the Panthers. Certainly I have to anticipate the coaches on the sideline are saying, hold your water. On third down, Copeland looking, a lot of time. This one is intercepted. Intercepted. Isaac Valdez down the sideline to the 15-10, and he is brought down at the 4-yard line. So Isaac Valdez, the 160-pound junior, making his mark known. And the Panthers have an opportunity to knock on the door as Tyler Copeland throws his first interception of the night.
Yeah, he's been pretty much spot on tonight, so that was his first mistake. We'll see if the Panthers can capitalize once again.
As the old saying says, offense wins games, defense wins championships. And all of a sudden, they can change.
Yes, this would be a big momentum swing if they can score right here and cut that lead in half.
As the Panthers knocking on the door. Inside Reed, give it to the big man, Carson Joe. And Carson will pick up maybe a yard.
Carson Joe, ball carrier. No gain on the play.
And they're indicating a no
Tackle was made by Jake.
yards made. 7:42, 14-0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As Deacon Edgar looking to make up for his interception on the prior series. Keeps it himself, swing pass, man wide open, touchdown Panthers. Colton Samus getting the Panthers on the board. Touchdown Panthers.
Number 5, Colton Samus for the score.
Yes, Brian, it's a long football game, so it's good to see the Panthers bounce back with a little composure there, put 7 points on the board here and cut it in half.
So after the interception by Isaac Valdez,
Eric Parker
takes it all the way down to the 4-yard line, and the Panthers take advantage
Edgar will hold.
and an opportunity to cut this deficit in half. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. So the Panthers on the board after the interception, 3 plays later into the end zone. We got ourselves a good one. Don't go anywhere.
you're a coach or plan to be a coach, what kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Welcome back here to McNary High School as we're here in beautiful Salem, Oregon, as the Panthers take advantage of the Isaac Valdez interception. 3 plays later, Colton Samus finds the end zone for the first time this season, and that's how we have a score of 14-7. A big touchdown there for the Panthers. And Luther, as you were talking about during the break, how imperative that play was there for the Panthers, that you get in the end zone, all of a sudden you're right back in this football game. Now you'd love to see the Panthers come out here, get a nice 3 and out, get the ball back, put more pressure here on McNary.
Well, yeah, that's obviously a good motivation factor right there. Your offense goes out and puts points up after your defense gets a turnover, so now the defense is flying high. Let's see if they can come up with another stop or turnover.
So Tyler Copeland has played a pretty darn good football game for the flamethrower for McNary. On first down, give it to his Speedster, far side. Dakota Dunnigan. And Dakota will pick up about 4 yards.
Hit made by Gutches. 3-yard gain, second down, 7 yards to go.
Yeah, it was definitely a big score after the turnover, because you didn't want McNary to go down and score and it go up 21-0, and McNary gets the ball at the beginning of the third quarter. So that's a big ditch you're digging yourself if they didn't come up with that touchdown.
6:45 in the second down and 7. Copeland sends 3 to the bottom. Inside again, Dunnigan breaks a few tackle, ball on the turf.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Celtics.
And the Celtics recover it. So, Luther, there you said it. There was your turnover right there. But the Celtics were there to pounce on it. And, boy, you would assume that sideline over with the blue lids and the white jerseys would have had a little bit of sparklers in their hand there. Getting a little bit of excitement.
About 4 yards to go.
Yeah, well, let's see now that the Panthers are putting some pressure on them. Let's see how McNair reacts to it. It's easy playing with a big cushion lead. Sometimes when it gets tight, these are young men here.
So 3rd down and 4. 2 to the bottom, 2 to the top. Copeland, a lot of time, now got pressure, rolls out, looking, evades one, and hit and dropped with the sack. And the Panthers will force the Celtics to have to punt. So Copeland was looking for his Speedster going down the near side, but the great coverage there by the Panthers. And all of a sudden, they're going to have an opportunity to have excellent field position as the first punt of the night for the Celtics.
Yeah, Brian, looks like that defense has settled down after giving up a couple of big plays in the first quarter. Looks like they've settled down and coming to their own here.
And the punt will be very low. And Josh Phillips will just let this one go. And the Panthers will take over at their own 40-yard line. So after the score, great defensive stand there by the Panthers, Luther. And all of a sudden, Panthers got some life to them here after 2 great plays by Gunner. But as you said, the Panthers started to settle down a little bit, kind of find their own little rhythm at this point.
Yeah, I'd like to see if they can march it down there and get some points here. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left before the half, so we'll see if they can go down there and tie this one up. Well, as you know from playing the game, Brian, momentum is definitely a big thing. And when you start feeling good about yourself, you start playing, making good plays, your team gets behind you, and, yeah, you can really make things happen.
Well, certainly football is a game of emotion. There's definitely no doubt about that. 4:45 to go here in the second. 14-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Has Deacon Edgar give it to the big man. Got some room, got some blockers. Carson Joe. And Carson will pick up about 4 yards. And Carson with his 28th rushing yard tonight on 6 carries. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8. Fans, want to thank you and Table Rock Sports viewers and subscribers for our YouTube channel. Over 250,000 views and counting, and closing in on 1,500 YouTube subscribers. Thank you to all. And on 2nd down, penalty flag will fly.
Early movement on the line.
And South Medford with the false start at their 4th penalty of the game.
I was just going to comment on that last defensive possession, how they didn't have any penalties. That's kind of what they were shooting themselves in the foot there. Those 3 offside penalties there. It seems like they've cleaned it up, settled down.
And then all of a sudden.
There again, something to coach at halftime.
As they say, fellas, hold your water. 2nd down and 12, 3:45 here in the second. Edgar drops back, time, looking, throws, and this one is incomplete. As he was looking for Andrew Walker.
Bringing up 3rd down.
As Andrew Walker was coming out of his break, and the ball just came to him a little bit sooner than he had anticipated. And I think he was saying, I want that one back. He got himself open, but just couldn't quite haul that one in. Deacon Edgar, 7 for 13 tonight. On 3rd down, rolls out, got time, looking, throws, and this one is off the chest of Andrew Walker once again. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 12 scenario with 3:32 to go here in the 4th. And Luther, boy, you sure want to have that one back. Certainly would have been enough yardage to get the 1st down, but boy, at least gives your team an opportunity. And that looks like it's going to force the Panthers to have to punt here.
Yeah, that 3 and out, not taking a lot of time off the clock either, leaving McNary with a few minutes here to make a drive. Beautiful punt.
And the good punt. Gunner will take it at his own 30. Setting up, waiting for his blockers. And those dark blue lids and white shirts.
Just past the 40 to about the 42.
We'll bring him down at the 42-yard line, and that is where the Celtics will take over. Fans, again, want to remind you, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. So 3:22, 14-7 is the count. And Luther, as you alluded to, how imperative right here is you got to make a stop here. Heading in the locker room with a 2-touchdown deficit can be a bit challenging and can certainly make your mojo a bit deflated heading into the locker room.
Definitely, Brian. They'd like to close this one out with a good defensive stand here. Maybe even get the ball back. There's still a little bit of time left.
Inside, handoff. As they will give it to Zane Aker, and he will plow his way forward. And Zane will pick up a first down. As McNary is pretty dynamic in their ability to throw different looks here at the Panthers here. And fans at halftime, we're going to have an opportunity to hear from athletic director for McNary, Scott Gregg, who's going to talk about the last 2 years and what he's had to face as an athletic director. So we'll have a chance to hear from him at halftime. 2:51, give it inside. Hunter Roberto. And he will pick up about 7 yards. And that'll be his 12th yard here tonight as that clock continues to run.
I think the big thing right now for the Panthers, just keep the ball in front of them, keep everybody in front of them, try to use the clock as a 12th man right now.
And McNary is wasting no time getting up to the line of scrimmage. Inside zone read, give it back to Zane Aker, and he picks up another first down. And a nice 10-yard carry there, and that'll stop the clock to move the chains with 1:57 to go here.
Yeah, Brian, like I mentioned earlier, you got some kids going both ways, so we'll see how the conditioning plays. Some guys have their hands on their hips right now.
And they're plowing behind that big offensive line. Big 59, Jacob Hurst pushing some guys around. And again, they'll give it again to the speedster inside. Penalty flag will fly. And Zane Aker will pick up about 9 yards. We'll check the flag. And a personal foul called against McNary. And so that will negate the 9-yard gain and back them up. As that's the second penalty here for the Celtics here tonight.
15-yard penalty against McNary. Moves the ball back to about the 43.
Well, that was a big one. Instead of a 2nd and 1, you have a 1st and about 17 there.
One to the top, 2 to the bottom. Inside read. And Hunter Roberto will pick up about 3 as we hit the 1 minute mark here.
14 yards to go.
We'll see if they go up top to Gunner again, or if they're just content with running out the clock and taking a 7-point lead into the half.
.34 seconds here in the second. And McNary not in a hurry-up mode at this point. Still got all 3 timeouts. Copeland rolls out, throws, far side, caught. And Braden Copeland hauls that one in. And that'll be enough for the first down. And so with 19 seconds left here, I anticipate the Celtics are probably going to take a shot or 2 at the end zone. Still have all 3 timeouts. Ball hits the turf. That'll stop the clock. So as they have about 24 yards to find pay dirt once again. On first down, Copeland finds his man. And Braden Copeland will march all the way down, get to the end zone. Touchdown, McNary.
That was Copeland to Copeland. He fights his way to the end zone from the score.
So with 9 seconds to go here in the second, Copeland to Copeland. And that young man has 2 catches for 40 yards. And as we had talked about, nothing would be more challenging than going to the locker room. Find yourself down 2 scores. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and it is good. So Copeland to Copeland into the end zone, and the Panthers find themselves down 14. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
21-7
You have an official timeout.
is the score on the John L. Scott scoreboard. With 9 seconds left before we head to the intermission. And at halftime, we'll have an opportunity here from the athletic director here at McNary High School. Scott Gregg is going to talk about the last couple years and what the state of Oregon can look forward to as we get back to some normalcy. Squib kick. And the ball is on the turf. No indication whether or not it will be awarded to the Celtics, and it is. So the ball on the turf, fumble. Celtics get it back with 4 seconds to go. So not an ideal response. And the Celtics are going to have one more chance to take a shot at the end zone, as that's the second turnover for South Medford here tonight, Luther.
Yeah, that was a costly play right there. We'll see if they can stop him right here and don't allow any more points.
So if I'm South Medford here, just want to knock this one down. Don't need to be a hero. Don't go up and try to catch it. Just knock that thing down. Copeland looking, throws, got a man there, and this one is incomplete. Just off the fingertips of Braden Copeland. And that will be the last play of the first half. So the Celtics on top, 21-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As we head to halftime, don't go anywhere.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Fletcher Field here on the beautiful campus of McNary High School, a high school that was founded in 1965, a school that is no stranger to state championships with one in 97, as well as in 2001. But for right now, the South Medford Panthers find themselves in a bit of a hole as we're here at halftime as both teams make their way to the locker room. And as we talked about in the pregame show, it has been a last 2 years that many had thought that they would never see within their lifetime. I know Luther never expected, I never expected it. And so we were cut a little bit short from the broadcasting standpoint. But now we have an opportunity here from somebody that was truly in the trenches here for the last 2 years, as I'm joined with the athletic director here at McNary High School, Scott Gregg. And Scott, I have to ask you, over the last 2 years, did you ever anticipate in your time as an athletic director and administrator that you'd ever have to face something that had so much uncertainty, it was so complicated at times? Talk about the experience for you being an athletic director, trying to navigate the waters to try to figure out what is going to happen with our sports. You had to cancel some sports. Talk about the experience for you as an athletic director.
Yeah, it was certainly a ton of challenges that we faced last year with a delay of seasons and then shortened seasons that had football players with masks under their helmets and limited capacity to no fans, to spectators, and changing guidance every single time. And, you know, as an athlete, as a coach, you know, you grow up and you learn that you have to adapt to what you're doing. And I'm really proud of what the state has done, particularly what McNary did. We had an opportunity to bring in 7,000 students over the course of the first 3 quarters to get them some help instructionally. We did it safely, and we saw our greatest graduation rates and a lot of positive things that happened to it. But it was just a time where we had to think differently, think creatively, find a way to help kids and connect them. And fortunately, we were able to have somewhat of a limited season that helped connect kids, and we all know what that does in athletics, and I think that helped us launch us into this year. You know, of course, we've got all these mandates, and we've got smoke in the south, and transportation and officials, and COVID is still around, and each of those makes it really hard, but it's worth it. You know, I'm not a huge fan of the mask, but if it gets our kids on the field to play, I'm all on board.
We're joined here with athletic director here at McNary High School, Scott Gregg, and we're just talking about the last 2 years. And Scott, I got to ask you a second question here. You talked about trying to navigate with schedules and officials and coaches and players. You as a coach and as an administrator, having to look at those student athletes who didn't have the opportunity, where their seasons were cut short, didn't really get to play a sanctioned type of season last season. Have you seen a different mentality with the kids now, knowing how quickly it can be gone and how quickly you don't really get your name in the record books because it wasn't considered a real season last year? Do you think there's a different emphasis coming into this season, knowing that these kids know that I only get one try, never know when I'm going to squander it?
Yeah, you know, it's a lesson you try to teach kids all walls. You know, this can be taken away at any moment due to an injury or things that are outside of our control. And that was in spades last year, obviously. And so anytime that you're dealing with an injury or you're dealing with a setback, you always appreciate what you have. And there's a sense of excitement, there's a sense of pride and appreciation from so many people and what they're able to do here. It is a different feel. You know, you see fans and parents and players all doing what they can to make this happen, and it does. It makes you appreciate the things that you have.
I know, definitely. I'm appreciative, not knowing that I didn't know if I was going to go to call a game here,
Right.
And to be out here and to see the kids running around out there. One last question here. Talk about some of the other sports across the state. No, not specifically McNary, but having to adjust schedules with everything that is going on. Sure. Would you say that everybody within the Salem School District is just really great to work with, working with one another to try to deliver a good experience for these student athletes?
It's statewide. Yeah. We had some challenges with our sub-varsity football this week. All of it was out of our control, whether it be the smoke or transportation and things that and I was able to call Russ Bullen at Roseburg, who's a 6A rep, and have a conversation with him. And he's trying just as hard for McNary to play South Medford as he is Roseburg to get their games in. And so it is a team concerted effort to try to get our kids as many games as possible. And there's things, again, that are outside of our control. I'm really appreciative of our coaching staff making the best of those opportunities, and ADs. We've got 63 new athletic directors in the state.
Oh my gosh!
And this is, and we're in a steep learning curve in COVID, and so we're all working together. We're spending some late nights, but again, you think about what's the alternative, and we're super appreciative that our kids get a chance to play.
Absolutely. Joined here with Athletic Director Scott Gregg. And Scott, thanks so much for stopping by, having a conversation with us. And
appreciate it.
Certainly the challenges not only with the COVID, but 63 new faces having to make those decisions here. So we're here at halftime here at Fletcher Field. We'll take a break, and we come back. Luther and I will provide our first half thoughts as we're here at halftime. 21-7, Celts on top. Don't go anywhere.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to Fletcher Field. We're here at halftime as the McNary Marching Band entertaining the fans here at McNary High School. 21-7 is the count that shows on the Bill's Glass scoreboard. And, Luther, it's amazing how much football is a game of emotion. And McNary came out, 2 touchdowns. Gunner finds the end zone. South Medford responds very nicely. Interception by Isaac Valdez. Scampers down to the 4-yard line. 3 plays later, into the end zone. A few series later, McNary comes back. Copeland finds Copeland into the end zone. It's amazing how quickly a game can change. But if you're South Medford right now, you just got to come out here in the second half and play your game. Because right now, Deacon Edgar, 6 for 13 for throwing, so he's managing the offense very nicely. You just got to limit the turnovers. They had 2 big turnovers there in the first half.
Yeah, Brian, just like you noted, the big turnovers, also some crucial penalties there on some third downs. And then you also have the special teams. They had a big return on a kick, and then there at the end of the half, they fumbled on the kick. So you got to look at all 3 phases of the game. It's still being a competitive game, and it's still anybody's ball game.
So we're here at halftime as you've been watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular Siskiyou. And, the part about these early type of games, Luther, is that you're kind of working out the cobwebs a little bit. It takes a little bit to get going. And you could certainly see the Panthers were starting to get some things going there. Certainly those penalties, those offside penalties, caused some issues there. But once they got settled in, they started to be able to move the football down the field, but unfortunately those turnovers in the first half hindered more opportunities. But if I'm the Panthers right now, Bill Singler in the locker room, guys, let's calm down, minimize the turnovers, minimize the penalties, and you're right back in this football game.
Well, yeah, they had a good drive at the beginning of the game as well that they made it down to, I think, about the 12-yard line or something and stalled out there. So they've had some good drives going. They just need to capitalize and put the points on the board.
So we got about 6 minutes before we're going to kick this one off. And fans, want to remind you, Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon at 950 Royal Avenue in Medford have a wide range of eye care services for the entire family. Visit eyecaresouthern.oregon.com to see how Dr. Brian Mitchell and his team can keep your family's vision clearly focused. And for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the second half. We're live here at Fletcher Field on the campus of McNary High School for the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night, powered by Cisco Cellular, right here in Southern Oregon. Don't go anywhere.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
What is that? Come on, God! You're killing me!
Or this.
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Where friends and family gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill. Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
U.S. Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All U.S. Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. U.S. Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day, and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens, called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
I'm Pat Cox with Sherm's Food Stores. The employees of Sherm's are proud to be part of your community.
We have thousands of customers in our stores every day, and our checkers know a lot of them on a first name basis. They tend to enjoy what they do and they love it, so it reflects in how they treat the customer.
If you live anywhere in Southern Oregon, there's a Sherm's store near you. We hope to see you soon.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Welcome back to McNary High School as you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week right here on Table Rock Sports Net, powered by U.S. Cellular, as we just wrap up halftime. And the Panthers will kick this one off to start the second half. And glad that you could be a part of it here. As your score 21-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard, serving Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. And we are underway here in the second half. Short kick. And this one will be fielded about the 28-yard line. And that's where the Celtics will take over. Luther, we were talking about in the halftime show that a nice little 3-and-out here for the Panthers would really kind of set the tone and really give your team a little bit of moxie as you're heading here into the third. But that dynamic offense of McNary can certainly cause some problems. But we have seen the Panthers do a nice job on defense, and if there's a time to do it, it's right now.
definitely at the beginning of this third quarter before this game slips away from them. If they can get a big 3 and out and or a turnover and regain some possession, definitely get some moxie and get some momentum.
As Copeland will send 2 to the top. And an inside zone read. Giving it off to Dunnigan, and he'll pick up about 8 yards.
Well, like we mentioned, Brian, I'd like to be a fly on the wall there and see what was said at halftime with those penalties and a couple of turnovers. I'm sure they got an earful, and we'll see how they react to that.
5th carry of the game for Dunnigan, 18 yards on the ground. 11:33 to go, just underway here in the third. Copeland, give it off inside to his big man, Hunter Roberto. Penalty flag, and he will cross midfield, pick up the first down. And we will check the penalty flag. And it will be a holding call against the Celtics, and so that will back them up. So after the scamper and run there by Roberto, it will be unfortunately negated as a holding penalty against the Celtics.
Moving back 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
I have to say, Brian, beautiful night here. You can tell fall is coming soon as the 100-degree days have ended, it seems like.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. We have a checkered board betting, well, not bet, but, you know, a gamification to say, when are we going to get our first rain in Oregon? So I took October 11th through the 14th is the time I'm taking. So I think we're going to get some more sun here. And on second down, swing pass, far side Gunner. And he breaks 1 tackle, scampers, picks up about 7 yards.
It looked like the same play they ran to begin the ball game that got him free.
Very similar play there, Gunner.
8-yard gain, bringing up third down and 2.
I think Gunner's having himself a nice night. 3 catches, 100 yards.
That's a pretty good night so far. Still plenty of time.
7 for 12 for Tyler Copeland for the Celtics. As he sends 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. As he will change the play at the line of scrimmage. Inside. And Hunter Roberto picks up about 6 yards. And that'll be enough for another Celtic first down.
Number 2, Hunter Roberto, across the 40 for a Celtic first down.
As he's had 4 carries on the night for 21 yards. As the big fellas for South Medford got to dig deep here. Got to dig deep, got to control the line of scrimmage.
That's where it starts. You have to take away something, and to take away that zone read would be a good start for him right now.
On first down, give it to Dunnigan.
Dunnigan, the ball carrier.
And he'll pick up about 4 yards.
Tripped up by Gutierrez.
And that'll bring up a second down. And 6. Fans want to remind you, Table Rock Sports is excited to welcome the Thomason Hospitality Group of Grants Pass and Tap Rock Northwest Grill as a new sponsor. You can also enjoy Thomason Hospitalities at Elmer's, Pita Pit, Hume, and Bean locations throughout Southern Oregon. Thank you so much to Thomason Hospitality. Second down and 7 here. As Copeland drops back, swing past Gunner, got a blocker, crosses midfield. And he will pick up 10 yards. As South Medford trying to do what they can to stop Mr. Gunner Smidmenda. .8:43 to go here in the third on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net. On first down, far side, Zane Eicher. And he will cut it back to midfield.
First down, McNary. Check that. Ball's placed at the 35.
Zane Eicher carried the ball 9 times tonight.
Timeout, South Medford.
for 73 yards. South Medford's going to take a timeout, and we will join them. 8:25 to go on the John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll be back.
You're a coach or plan to be a coach. What kind of coach do you want to be? This?
Hey! What is that? Come on, guy! You're killing me!
Or this?
I love it. I love what I see. I don't care about the mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Guys making millions of dollars on Sunday, they make mistakes.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.org.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide.
Second down and 1 here for the Celtics in Panther territory. Give it off to Dunnigan. Picks up the first down, drives the leg forward, and he will pick up 5 yards. And another first down for the Celtics.
First down, Celtics.
As Brogan Hancock, the 6'2", 220-pound senior, in on that tackle. And Copeland on first down got a man wide open, and he missed him. As he was looking for Braden Copeland, just overthrew him. And I'm pretty sure Tyler may want that one back. Tyler Copeland 9 for 14 tonight. Deacon Edgar tonight 6 for 15. Has a penalty flag on the play. If you're number 50 through 79, Luther. Can't go downfield too far. The officials don't like that. So that'll back him up 5 yards. Give it to Dunnigan. Got blockers. And lowers his shoulders and marches his way all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Ball placed at the 30-yard line.
7:54 to go. Celtics on top, 21-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard.
Looks like they're starting to push the tempo here a little bit.
Copeland dropped back, a lot of time. Now pressure, rolls out. Caught. And Logan Reddy is the man responsible, and he is right near the first down marker.
Inside the 25.
And,
shy of the first down marker.
And they'll be shy of the first down marker by about a yard.
Yeah, let's see if they can come up with a big stop here for the Panthers. This is probably fourth down territory, though.
As Copeland changes the play at the line of scrimmage, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Give it inside. Roberto lowers the shoulder, picks up the first down.
Anchor the ball carrier inside the 20. Good enough for a Celtic first down.
Excuse me, that was Zane Eicher on the carry there. And that'll be enough for the first down. On first down, Copeland looks, finds his man. And this one will be complete. Logan Reddy.
Pass is complete to Logan Reddy. Inside the 10.
With his second catch of the night. Picks up 10 yards. And the Celtics knocking on the door once again. So not the ideal start to the third quarter that head coach Bill Singler was probably looking for. As Copeland gives it off to Dunnigan, breaks one tackle, still going, gets to the goal line, touchdown, McNary.
Number 24, Dakota Dunnigan from 8 yards out for the score.
27-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And a PAT will make it a 21-point lead here for the Celtics. Well, the Panthers got to climb themselves out of this one. As Logan Reddy will be responsible. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, looks good, and it is good. So McNary comes out of their opening series, gets into the end zone, 28-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll step aside, and we'll see if the Panthers can respond. You're watching live coverage right here on TableRockSports.net.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip,
28-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard as the Celtics had a 5.5 minute drive on their previous possession. And if you're a football coach, Luther, that's you're going to win a couple football games if you can do that.
Yeah, and capitalize and put it in the end zone. We'll have to see what the Panthers can respond with here. Down 3 touchdowns. Still not out of this game. They need a quick score here and try to gain some momentum.
So the Panthers have got to get something going here. Fans, want to remind you today's game is brought to you in part by Peak Rewards app by GP Energy. Download the app and save on morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel your road trip at many locations. Peak Rewards from GP Energy. Thank you to them and their wonderful contribution to continue to allow complimentary access for Table Rock Sports. On first down, and the Panther big offensive line there didn't hold their blocks on that one, and Carson Joe was met in the backfield. And Carson's going to lose about 4 yards.
Well, at this point, this is a big gut check here for the Panthers. Let's see if they can stay in the ball game here and get a drive going.
South Medford will welcome in the Lava Bears of Bend next Friday night, and then they will make a trip back up to beautiful Lake Oswego as the Lakers will welcome in the Panthers on the 17th of September. On second down, Edgar looking, and this one will be incomplete as he was looking for Josh Phillips. And another third down scenario here for the Panthers. And they certainly got to get something going here. Got to get the football down the field if they're going to give themselves an opportunity to put themselves back into this one.
Yeah, you'd like to see them get at least a couple first downs so they can change the field position here.
One at the top, 2 at the bottom. And on third down, Edgar looking, got a man looking, and this one is tipped around and incomplete as he was looking for Josh Phillips once again. And that'll force another fourth down scenario. So Panthers unable to get anything going here on their first possession here in the second half. 5:38 here on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As the Panthers will be forced to punt this one away. And Gunner, who stands at his own 50, who already has 2 touchdowns tonight, will be the man responsible for this one, and he will let this one go. Good punt. And it will be at the 35-yard line, and that's where McNary will take over. 28-7, 5:25 to go on the John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll step aside for 30 seconds.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
You got time.
Welcome back to Fletcher Field here on the campus of beautiful McNary High School as you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. On first down here, give it inside. Tyler Copeland gives it off to Roberto. And the young man picks up about 4 yards. And he has 5 carries tonight for 29 yards. As we hit the 5:09 mark here in the third. Luther Carl, Brian Gregg here on the call. Glad you've decided to spend your evening with us. We're enjoying it just as much as you are. Is that we're officially in football season. And, you know, Luther, I was getting a hard time today. I'm wearing a white shirt, and people were saying you can only wear your white shirt for about 3 more days because after Labor Day, you got to put the white shirt back into the drawer. So I got to enjoy it while I can right now. Inside, Roberto plows his way forward.
Roberto, the ball carrier.
And he will pick up
Tackle made by Hancock.
about 4 to bring up a second down and 1. Excuse me, a third down and 1.
43-yard line, third down and 1.
And inside zone read again.
Cross the 45.
And Roberto will cross the 45-yard line, and that'll be enough for a Celtic first down as that clock continues to make its way. And I anticipate, Luther, that McNary's going to be in no rush to say hike. Dunnigan on first down, breaks one tackle, crosses midfield, and he will scamper all the way down to the Panther 40-yard line. And the young man picks up 12 yards.
Parker making the play for the Panthers.
Yeah, as long as they keep moving the chains, it looks like they'll keep running that clock.
First and 10, McNary.
I'd like to see the Panthers come up with a turnover or something right here to kind of change the momentum here.
Three at the top. Copeland drops back. A lot of time. Still rolling. He's going to keep him himself for the first time tonight, and he picks up another first down. And a penalty flag will fly. And we'll check the flag.
It looks like a little late hit or something.
And a late hit indeed, Luther. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty tacked on. Only the 5th penalty of the game. 35 yards in penalties, something that head coach Bill Singler certainly is not a fan of. So that'll tack on 15 more yards, and the Celtics once again are knocking on the door. And I anticipate that might have been a bit of a frustration foul. What do you think, Luther?
Yeah, you can tell that was a little late aggression there. A little disappointing to couldn't get to him inbounds. Not a big hit, just a little shove, but the official right there trying to keep this game all intact.
On the Panther 13-yard line, give it off to Dunnigan. And he picks up about 2 yards.
For the most part, I have to say the officials are letting them play, though. You haven't seen, any silly calls. It's more or less offsides, a few of them.
As McCowney Manuwai, the 5'11", 230-pound sophomore, in on that tackle. And it's 28-7, 2:52 to go on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As the Panthers got to dig deep here, got to find a way to get a stop. As Copeland rolls out, penalty flag flies, will keep him himself. And he will be hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. So good defensive play there by the Panthers. The official down at the bottom threw the flag, and typically I'm no expert, but that might be an illegal formation. But just going to go out on a limb here. And it is, and I anticipate the Panthers will decline this penalty.
Procedure penalty against the Celtics will cost them 5 yards. Repeat, second down.
And yes, they will decline the penalty. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 13. So big 3rd down here for the Panthers. But I would anticipate the Celtics are in 2-down territory. They do have the boot to kick the field goal.
Penalty is declined. It'll be 3rd down.
As Copeland drops back, pressure keeping himself. Still looking. And he will be hit and dropped.
Copeland tackle the 14.
As Gabe Statzik, 6'4", 195-pound sophomore, doing a nice job.
For the Panthers.
Coming up from his linebacker position to make the play.
And a 4th down.
And a 4th down scenario with 1:54 to go here in the 3rd. And Luther, it certainly seems like the Celtics have had the ball most of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, a couple long drives they put together here, and looking for more points here to try to put this game almost out of reach.
As they'll wind the clock down, and I anticipate they'll then take a timeout. Next Friday, McNary will head over to Newburgh. And then the following week, they will welcome in the Cavemen of Grants Pass on the 17th. And McNary will take a timeout, and we will join him. 4th down and 10 for McNary. Can the Panthers hold him to get the ball back? We'll find out. Don't go anywhere.
At Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford, we've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone.
Welcome back to McNary High School as you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. As McNary is going to attempt the field goal, and this one is blocked. And that is a live ball, and the Panthers come down with it.
Kick was blocked.
So looking to add 3 more, but the Panthers doing a nice job.
And recovered by the Panthers.
And the Panthers will recover this one, and they will take over. So a good stand there by the Panthers with 1:04 left here to go in the 3rd. Good to see there for the Panthers, sticking that big paw up there and knocking it down. That's always what you want to do. Fans, want to remind you, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon. Locally owned, family run. Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. We hope you're enjoying TableRockSports.net's website, one of the top live streaming sources in the nation for high school sports. Our outstanding website is created and managed by Paradox Media, a Big TR Sports. Thank you to all of our friends. On the pond, on 1st down, Panthers deep in their own territory. As Bryson Gutches,
on the carry.
the young man responsible for carrying that, picks up about 6 yards. And that'll bring up about 4 yards. As that clock hits 40 seconds here in the 3rd. As we will provide our thoughts and stats when this game concludes here in about 12 minutes in the Circle K post-game show. 22 seconds to go. Edgar inside, Reed, a lot of blue shirts there. And he will get back to the initial line of scrimmage. And I would anticipate that'll be the last play of the third quarter, and it will be. So as we tick down to 0 at the end of the third, that's where we will be. So as we head to the final quarter here at McNary High School, the Panthers 90 yards to get to pay dirt. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Welcome back to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular. As we start the fourth quarter, and the Panthers are trying to get something going, as Deacon Edgar found himself some blue shirts, and that one will be incomplete. And that'll bring up a 4th down and 2 scenario here for the Panthers. So unfortunately unable to get anything going on that one, so that will force them to punt from their own end zone. As McNary will call a timeout. We'll join them. Panthers at their own end zone, punting this one away. We'll be back.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
So your workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to McNary High School and Fletcher Field here as the Panthers find themselves in a bit of a hole here. Start the fourth, as the Panthers will punt this one away to Gunner. Already has himself 2 touchdowns, and the great punt there will take a Panther bounce. And a nice 60-yard punt there for the Panthers. And the Celtics will take over at their own 39-yard line. So great punt there. And the Panthers will head back on defense. Fans, want to remind you, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission is joining the OSAA in putting the call for officials for high school sports. A great way to get in the game and earn a few extra bucks and ensure our student athletes get the chance to complete. Please contact your local official association to learn how to get the stripes and get in the game. I can say that I have officiated basketball, and it is a lot of fun. So if you've had that nice COVID-20 that a lot of folks have talked about, it might be a good opportunity to put on the black pants and try to cut back on the 20 pounds a lot of us have put on. So also, fans, want to make sure that we thank our sponsors, including our title sponsor, the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Superstore on Highway 62, and presenting sponsor Siskiyou Cellular with 7 Southern Oregon locations to serve you. And also, today's game is brought to you in part by the Peak Rewards app by GP Energy. Download the app and save on your morning motivation, crunch in your lunch, and fuel on your road trip in many locations. Peak rewards from GP Energy. Fall sports and league and activities for the entire family are coming your way from the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Watch your mailbox or visit playmedford.com for the fall activities guide. So McNary wasting no time. Swing pass. Copeland got a man. And this one is complete to Montoya. And he picks up about 7 yards. And a penalty flag once again. And that will back them up. .11:35, 28-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Brian Gregg, Luther Carl, and glad that you're a part of us tonight. Glad you decided to spend your evening with us. As it's feels great up here in this beautiful facility up here at McNary High School, looking down on a beautiful venue. And another penalty flag. And illegal procedure on that one. And that'll push the ball back another 5 yards.
Yeah, Brian, beautiful night for some opening weekend of high school football here. Something we've all been missing. Glad everybody tuned in and watch it with us. Great game here. These kids out here obviously been waiting all season to play and to get out here and finally hit somebody and see all the hard work you've put in.
Inside read, Dunnigan, shifty in the back. And they're saying that he never went down, and he will continue to scamper his way down the 10-5 and touchdown. As Dunnigan thought that he was down, no call by the official. And he scampers his way all the way down to the sideline into the end zone. And that'll make it a 34-7. And boy, sure had me fooled as well there, Luther, that nobody stopped, no whistles blew, and he kept his head on a swivel, and he scampered his way down for 6.
Well, unfortunately, as all the Oregon fans know, against Auburn in the championship, until they blow the whistle, you keep playing.
So McNary adds another touchdown to the column.
Yeah, Brian, you can really see the momentum start change when they score that touchdown at the halftime there. I think that kind of put the little momentum in the opening drive in the third, and now they've just continued to capitalize.
And PAT, good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 35-7, 10:45 on the John L. Lott scoreboard. We'll step aside. We'll be back.
Workers' comp claim was denied. Or was it accepted? Now what are you supposed to do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Since 1991, Medford area residents have looked to Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon for vision care for the whole family. Specializing in optometry for adults and children, ECA uses state-of-the-art diagnostic tools to scan for health risks and get your prescription just right. Get your students a comprehensive vision check to ensure they have their best chance to learn and succeed. And look good while you see well. Specialists in our optical boutique have extensive styles on hand or can special order. We hope to see your family at Eye Care Associates of Southern Oregon. Visit eyecaresouthern.com to learn more.
Waiting, even a few days, to report a work injury or illness could cost you everything. But how do you know what you should do? Find out for free. Call Schlesinger and de Villeneuve immediately and let us fight for you.
Welcome back to McNary High School. Luther Carl, Brian Gregg here on the call. As you're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week right here on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. And the unfortunate play as Dunnigan kept his momentum going forward. No whistle was blown. And he scampered his way all the way down the sideline for 60 yards. And he found the end zone for the second time tonight. And he crossed the century mark with 120 yards on the ground. And then following the touchdown, a personal foul penalty on the Panthers. And this one will fly into the end zone. Excuse me, just short of the end zone. So this ball will be brought out to the 35-yard line. Fans, want to remind you Table Rock Sports is excited to welcome the Thomason Hospitality Group of Grants Pass and Tap Rock Northwest Grill as a new sponsor. You can also enjoy Thomason Hospitality at Elmer's, Pita Pit, Human Bean throughout Southern Oregon. I'll tell you what, I really like Pita Pit. I won't lie. If I see a Pita Pit, I'm going to eat it. Elmer's, phenomenal. Can't go wrong with the Elmer's. Human Bean, great black coffee. Got to say, Luther. Big fan. Big fan. Speaking of fans here tonight, nice traveling for South Medford to the other side over there. I'm sure Luther could get us a shot there to say a nice little turnout to come up I-5 and come root on the Panthers. And South Medford, it's a bit of an uphill climb at this point with 10:45, 35-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. Following this game will be the Circle Gay post-game show where we'll provide stats and analysis, and then we will get on out of here. As it's been a fun one here tonight. Opening night, first time in 2 years that we have played a fall football game. Really a season, not really, it is a season that is sanctioned and is recognized by the OSAA, as the games in the spring were not recognized. The AD still did a great job trying to put something together that still recognized the teams that were state champions. But now the games will go into the record books. So South Medford certainly has their challenges with 10:44, but a lot of football left here this season, as the Panthers will welcome in the Lava Bears next Friday night. Edgar chased out of the pocket, and this one will be incomplete. As he was pressured there on the near side and just had to get rid of it.
You'll see at what point we start seeing a few subs come in and getting these younger guys some playing time. That's how you build your program, getting the younger guys some playing time.
A little PT for the boys. A little PT.
Everybody goes to practice, you know.
Second down and 10. Swing pass. Got a man. And this one is complete.
Number 80, Ty Henry.
As Ty Henry's the young man responsible for that one. 6'2", 145-pound junior. As Ty has 2 catches tonight for 15 yards. And another 3rd down and 4 here for the Panthers. Show, not there. Edgar looks complete. And a great throw and catch there as Andrew Walker picks up the first down. I'm really impressed with Andrew Walker. That young man runs some really crisp and clean routes. He finds a way to get open, reads the zone very nicely, and he is a nice weapon for head coach Bill Singler in his 24th season at the helm at South Medford. This guy's certainly seen a lot of games be played, and was just a wonderful individual. Inside zone read, and this time it'll go to Bryson Gutches, and Bryson picks up 13 yards. And Bryson has 3 carries tonight for 13 yards.
Well, good to see him not abandoning the run. Sometimes when games get like this, you abandon the run and you just start slinging the ball all over the place. So, still, this is only the first game, long season ahead of them. So, anything the coaches can do to improve, they will definitely do that.
On 3rd down, Carson Joe.
Joe, the ball carrier. Tackled by Ben Allen.
Picks up about 4 yards.
3-yard gain, second down, 7.
And Carson Joe, 8 carries tonight, 24 yards, 8:48 to go. 35-7 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As you've been watching live coverage here all night on the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. On second down, Edgar going to keep it himself, breaks one tackle, still on his feet to the 40, to the 35, and will be pushed out of bounds, and that'll be enough for the first down. So Deacon Edgar, first time tonight, scampering a few yards and showing his athleticism, not only with his arm, but with his feet as well. So good decision making there by Mr. Edgar. So a first down here. The Panthers putting together a nice little drive here. Luther, nice to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's no 28-point play out there, so you just got to grind and take what you can get. And like I said, it's all learning experience, and see if they can muster up some points here.
2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Deacon, look, throw, incomplete. As he was looking for Colton Samus.
Bringing up second down.
And that'll bring up a second down. Had him there, just Colton decided to run before he had the ball. So second down and 10 here for the Panthers. As Deacon drops back, got a man in the middle, caught Phillips. And Josh will be brought down at the 20-yard line. Good throw and catch there to Josh Phillips. And Josh Phillips getting his first catch tonight.
First down, South Medford.
And a first down for South Medford.
Yeah, South Medford has shown that they can move the ball. They've moved it plenty of times tonight. They just haven't been able to capitalize on the points.
On first down, pitch, catch, caught. Colton Samus again. And Colton near the first down marker. And still no indication. Just short of the first down marker by about 2 yards. So second down and 2. 3 catches tonight, 13 yards for Mr. Sampson. On second down, looking for his man, corner to the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Great throw and catch. Josh Phillips, corner of the end zone, over the shoulder. And the Panthers putting a nice drive together, and they get back on the board. Great possession there. And that'll make it a 13-35 game on the John L. Scott scoreboard. So great throw and catch there. You like to see that. And a bad snap there forces them to have to throw this one, and that one, point after, will not be good. And that's where we'll leave it. 35-13 as Josh Phillips gets on the board. We'll step aside. Don't go anywhere.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We've stocked up with over 200 new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from one of our largest inventories ever of new Jeep Cherokee 4x4s. Test drive a new Ram 1500 and see why Ram is Motor Trend's back-to-back three-peat truck of the year. And remember, we've added the convenience of test drives from your home and an online process to purchase and deliver your new vehicle. You'll find the new vehicle you want at the low price you deserve. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Welcome back to McNary High School and Fletcher Field as you're watching Lithia Superstore. Game of the week right here on TableRockSports.net. And Josh Phillips getting the Panthers on the board. 2 catches tonight, 25 yards and a touchdown. And Gunner will be the one returning this one. And he is hit and dropped. And after the nice return there, they'll take it all the way down to the 50-yard line. And penalty flag on the play. So, you know, Luther, you got to give credit to the Panthers there. They marched their way down the field, put a good drive together, got in the end zone, good throw and catch. Love to see that. Love still seeing they're playing out there, even though that the score is not in their favor.
Yeah, that just shows a lot of character and guys playing to the final whistle.
7:12 to go. Following this game in the Circle K post-game show, Luther and I will talk about the game and look forward to games here coming up in a couple weeks. And surely we don't know what Mother Nature is going to do, because down in Southern Oregon right now, they're got those darn smoke again. It just seems like state of Oregon has just welcomed this smoke, Luther, the last few years.
Yeah, the whole West Coast here seems to be in smoke the last couple of years.
On first down, and a new quarterback in the game as Jackson Alt, the 6-foot, 180-pound junior, getting himself a chance.
To the 39, 8-yard gain. Bringing up second down and 2.
And Cameron Ferrando, 5'10", 190-pound sophomore, getting a chance to run between the tackles. As the Panthers show blitz, give it to the big man up the middle, Cameron, and he plows his way forward all the way to the 21-yard line. And Cameron picks up 11 yards. And 2 carries, 17 yards for that young man as the clock will continue to run. On first down, looking to the corner, got a man. And Jackson Alt incomplete, looking for Sage Brown, the 185-pound senior, streaking down the right-hand side, but just out of the reach. And that'll bring up a second down and 10. Fans, want to remind you it's great local businesses that keep the games coming for you, like Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, Avista Utilities, and Travel Medford and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Live streams don't happen without our sponsor partners. Thank you so much. And also thank you to our title sponsor, Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Superstore on Highway 62. And presenting sponsor, Cisco Cellular, with 7 Southern Oregon locations to serve you. On second down, Celtics inside Reed. As it's Fernando once again. And
it would be nice if the Panthers could get a big stop here and in this game with some momentum.
3-yard gain. Third down, 7 yards to go.
Third down and 7. As the Celtics in Panther territory, knocking on the door once again. As Jackson Alt gives it to his big fella up the middle. And Ferrando picks up about a yard.
Tackle made by Crocker.
As Logan Crocker, the 275-pound sophomore, in on the stop for the Panthers.
About 4 yards to go.
And fourth down and 4. So head coach Jeff Avenden is going to keep his team on the field. As they get the play from the sideline. Jackson drops back, keeps it himself, And he will be hit and dropped. As Gabe Statzik, 6'4" sophomore, doing a great job, staying home in his defensive end position, holding his water, exactly what he's supposed to do. And the Panthers will force the Celtics turnover on down, so nicely done there by the Panthers. That's what you like to see. 4:24, 35-13 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. And fans, stay with us for the My Circle K GP Energy postgame show, which comes your way next. Download the Peak Rewards app today and start saving. We'll recap today's scoring and look at key stats, all coming on the My Circle K GP Energy postgame show, where they fuel your road trip and add crunch to your lunch. On first down for the Panthers, Carson Joe picking up 3 yards, a name that we've said a couple times. Carson's carried the ball 10 times for 24 yards tonight. As that clock will continue to trickle down. As Edgar rolls out, looking, and he will be hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And the second sack of the night for the Celtics. And that'll bring up a third down and about 16. So Panthers did a nice job on defense, but now all of a sudden they're running into some of their troubles of their own. Fans, want to remind you, fall sports leaving activities for the entire family are coming your way from the Medford Parks and Rec Department. Watch your mailbox or visit playmedford.com for all fall activities. Medford Parks and Rec Department. Well done by them, and great work to contribute to the community. 2:54 to go. And a penalty flag. And again, another penalty there for the Panthers, as it's a false start. As their 8th penalty of the night. Luther, and certainly something you got to clean up. It's hard to win football games when you're having what they call SIW, self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, they've had several self-inflicted wounds tonight, but also some positive things, you know, from a coaching standpoint. First game of the season, there's some good things to talk about, and also, like I said, some things to clean up and straighten up before next Friday.
Absolutely. So the Panthers find themselves deep in their own territory on the 8-yard line, as they'll give it to Bryson Gutches. And Bryson gets to about the 15-yard line. Pickup of about 6. As the young man has had 4 carries tonight for 21 yards. And another 4th down scenario for head coach Bill Singler. And the punt, good punt, very high. And it'll take a Celtics bounce at the 45-yard line. That's where the Celtics will take over. We'll take another break, but when we come back, Celtics will have the ball at the Panther 45-yard. 35-13 is your count, 1:41 to go. Don't go anywhere.
In RBTD all my life. When we moved to Talent, that's when we purchased our house.
All those memories were in that little spot for 17 years.
Everything in that house, all our firsts, everything gone.
Now more than ever, with so many families being displaced, their kids will still be able to come to school to Phoenix and Talent because they'll be able to use RBTD.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP.
1:41 to go. As McNary anticipate will just run out this clock.
Mendenhall, the ball carrier.
As Mr. Mendenhall.
They're down to the 36. That's the Celtics first down.
As the 5'10 junior getting the chance to get a little bit of run. Picks up 10 yards on his first carry tonight. As we approach the 1 minute mark. And on first down, give it to Mendenhall, and Mendenhall will pick up about 7 yards.
Mendenhall, the carrier. Number 14, Hayden Powell making a tackle.
As Hayden Powell coming up from his cornerback position to make the play. And we have a Panther on the ground, and they'll check him out. We'll step aside.
Gather and memories are made. Tap Rock Northwest Grill.
At My Circle K, powered by GP Energy, you can turn an ordinary lunch break into something extraordinary with crispy, crunchy chicken. Grab and go their delicious chicken, chicken tenders, famous biscuits, and tasty sides. MyCircleK.com.
US Cellular believes everyone deserves 5G. That's why we've included 5G on all plans, no extra charge, whether you're working or playing. All US Cellular plans include 5G, no extra charge. Get the new Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. US Cellular.
Get the latest 5G phones for free today at Siskiyou Cellular, an authorized agent for US Cellular with 7 Valley locations. Visit souscellular.com for details.
Fuel your daily adventure at My Circle K, powered by GP Energy. Whether it's morning motivation to get your day going, adding crunch to your lunch, fueling up for a road trip, your journey begins with My Circle K, powered by GP Energy.
Welcome back to McNary High School. Luther Carl, Brian Gregg here on the call. As 42 seconds shows on the John L. Scott scoreboard. As you've been watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week right here on TableRockSports.net, powered by U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou. Following this game, fans, stay with us for the My Circle K GP Energy postgame show, which comes your way next. Download the Peak Rewards app today and start saving, as we'll recap today's scoring and look at key stats. All coming up on the My Circle K GP Energy postgame show, where they fill the road trip and add crunch to your lunch. 42 seconds left, 35-13. As the Panthers will welcome in the Lava Bears of Bend. And McNary will travel a little bit north, head up to Newburgh for a showdown in the following week. They will welcome in the Cavemen of Grants Pass. And on second down, give it to Mendenhall. And Mendenhall picks up enough for the first down.
Mendenhall, the ball carrier. Tackle made by Robinson.
As Jackson Robertson, the senior defensive lineman, coming up making the play. As that clock will trickle down. And based upon the body language of the Celtics, I believe that'll be the last play of the game. So the Panthers showed some life in the first half, but it was pretty much all Celtics there in the second half. As we make our way 5 seconds. And the horn will sound. And your final score, 35-13, as McNary will move to 1-0 on the year, and the Panthers will move to 0-1 on the year. As the Panthers showed some life, but McNary just had the better athletes tonight. We'll step aside, and when we come back, We'll provide our thoughts in the My Circle K post-game show. Again, final score, 35-13. We'll be back.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back to the post-game show, the My Circle K. As your final score, 35-13, as it was all Celtics. Panthers showed a little life in the first half, but unfortunately McNary was the better football team here tonight, and certainly a lot of things they can clean up and take care of, but Bill Singler will have his team set, ready to go, coming up as they welcome in the Lava Bears back at Spiegelberg Stadium. Tonight, Deacon Edgar finished the night 11 for 22, and on the ground, kind of spread the ball all around. Carson Joe got the action, 21 yards. Gunches 21. Sampson with 10. Adam Walker with 15. Ty Henry doing a great job getting some love. Andrew Walker with 30. And Josh Phillips doing a nice job as well. Had himself a touchdown tonight. He had 2 catches for 10 yards and a touchdown. So, got to clean up the little things. Certainly penalties were affecting them as well. They had 7 penalties on the night. Only 2 turnovers. And on the other side, Tyler Copeland kind of flung the ball all around. He had himself a nice evening. He was 13 for 17. And Zane Aker doing a great job on the ground for them. He had 2 touchdowns. And he went along with 73 yards. And then what can you say about their man Gunnar Smedma? Boy, that guy sure found pay dirt quite a few times. Opened up the game. He had 1 catch to the house, 70 yards, and that was kind of setting the tempo for the rest of the night. So certainly a team to watch for the rest of the year is the Celtics, as they're looking to add some more wins to their column. But head coach Bill Singler trying to get his first win as his team will make their trip back south. And they'll take the 4.5-hour bus ride and get a chance to enjoy a bit of a 3-day weekend, barring anything crazy with the smoke, Luther. Hopefully we can get a chance to get in that game and then call some football next week. Myself will not be here. Jonathan McCreary will be on the call. So thank you so much to Jonathan. And, Luther, your thoughts as well. The Panthers showed some life there in the first half, but that touchdown right before the end of halftime was a bit of a kick in the teeth for them, and they never really responded. The Celtics never really looked back.
Yeah, Brian, like I said, in the first half, it looked like they were getting a little outmanned there. It's 14-0, and they came up with a big interception and put some points on the board, cut it to 14-7. We looked like we had a ball game there for a while, but then, that last touchdown right before the half, and then that long 5.5-minute drive to start the third quarter, I think really took the wind out of the sails there for the Panthers.
Yep.
But they did maintain and still played hard, came up with some more points there at the end of the game and never gave up. So it's a lot of character out there on that team, and I'm sure they'll have a good season.
A lot of positive things to look at. Go back, look at the film, know where you can improve, and put this game behind you and look forward. So we thank you all for watching tonight's broadcast, and we'd like to thank the athletic director, Scott Gregg, for the wonderful hospitality. We had a chance to hear from him at halftime, for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night right here on TableRockSports.net for today's broadcast. And special thanks to the head coaches, as always, the wonderful and well-respected Bill Singler, Jeff Avenin of McNary. Our Table Rock Sports production will be brought to you again next Friday night, 6:45, where you can catch all the action. Again, final score here from Fletcher Field and McNary High School on the John L. Scott scoreboard, 35-13. McNary is victorious. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports as our executive producer is Joe Breff. So for Luther, Carl, for myself, Brian, Greg, God bless you all, and good night from McNary High School.